What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to episode number 3 of the Woodland Scenics Learning Kits, supported by worldoftrains.ch. Episode number 3. In the last episode we painted all the rocks on the diorama, and now it's going to be the landscape learning kit. Yes. So for that I'm getting you a little bit closer. And as always, here is the learning kit from Woodland Scenics. There's everything in it you need to build a landscape or to detail a landscape, because we already built the landscape. So let's see what's inside. So this time we have many little things. We have earth, fine turf. I'll place it here. Then we also have medium green coarse turf. Yes, a bit clunkier. Then we have burnt grass, fine turf. And we here have green blend blended turf. So a lot of turf. Well, obviously for the landscape. Then we also have a big bottle of earth undercoat. We have spray bottle thingy. And this is scenic glue to glue everything down. That's nice. That's a whole bottle of scenic glue. Wow. That's not cheap. We have a sponge. Then we also have yellow grass, fine turf. And we have some medium green clump foliage for shrubs and stuff like this. And we have also soil, fine turf. Okie dokie. And of course we have the instructions, and we now will check the instructions, what we have to do. Instructions. Yeah, read the instruction carefully before beginning. For detailed instruction, visit woodlandscenics.com. So first we have the earth undercoat. Wow, they say we need the whole bottle. And around 60 milliliters of water onto all of this. So that means we have to mix it up with water, and because this is really thick. So yeah, here you can see the earth undercoat. So let's mix this first. Those are little boxes. I can clean them up later. So, and that means we now will add a little bit of water. And yes, they say 60 milliliters on the whole bottle, blah, blah, blah. But I always just see if it works and go from there. Well, it's almost the whole bottle. Maybe I can put in some water. Then I can shake it and hope this one is closed properly. Otherwise, I think there is a short on my channel where I had a mess with a paint bottle I was shaking. Well, it was not closed enough, and it looked like I killed someone because it was rust color. Now I will mix this all up with water. So it gets a little thinner, but we will have to see that it will not run over all the rocks. I think we can do this. So, and this sponge is, for me, is a bit too big. So that means I just cut it in half, more or less in half. And then let's see. So we take the scenic bottle away and we try to add, and it also has an awkward shape. What were they thinking? Or do they, they say you have to, okay, now I get it, like this, put it in, and then paint the earth undercoat all over. And just so you know, I have enough around. So if this would not be enough for the whole part, I still have some left, because I already used this earth undercoat on other projects, on my N scale layout to be specific. because it's a really nice color, and it's great for the first part of the landscape or the ground. The first part of the ground cover. Now I got it. So yeah, and for that first we all have to just apply it all over the whole diorama. And I'm not sure if you can see this, maybe I can zoom in with the camera, but here it was something running down, but that's okay, that's fine, because that generates a shadow and a little bit of another texture. That's nice. So you really can't do anything wrong, I would say, when you're coloring your diorama or your model railroad. Supervisor is checking out some stuff. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. She's now literally behind the scenes. So now you can see in the end, you have a pretty nice colored up diorama. Jesus. Cat, what are you doing? Where the hell are you? Oh, here. Meow. So, we put this aside. And the sponge also. This one is empty. But don't throw stuff like this away. You will need it sometime. Somewhere, I can guarantee you. So now we have to add the scenic cement, because without glue, what scenic cement is white glue with water, diluted with water. So that's everything what scenic cement is. We have to put it all over. And then we have to use green blended turf. Green blended turf, that's this one. They say we should use this first. So that means we will first start to lay it out here somewhere, and over here, and there here. So that means we have to spray this all over, and I'm always okay. So the glue is stick to the bottom, but this won't work. What the fuck? So this is too long. Let me see if they did something wrong. We cut it from here, so then we can, oh no, it looked bigger. And now I will first try it out. Because the problem always with these spray things is that it is too clunky. You see? This won't work. And I mean, yeah, you can add this like this, but the problem is, now it's no problem because there is nothing on it. But as soon as we added some stuff, and then you have to do again, then you will splash it away. We will see how this will work out. So then first, this is pretty thin turf. So we just layer it over the whole part like this. And yes, this always creates a little mess, but it's so cool to see when it's getting green. So, and now the problem is we have such a big bag with stuff and we only used a tiny bit, so I have to, normally I can show you what I'm doing. As you can see, I use stuff from Woodland Scenics all over, and I have some of those containers, and you can get that in every grocery store. I got them from the grocery store, so, and they fit perfect for all kinds of stuff. So that's how I keep them organized. Now they say if you add the green blend turf, then add another part of scenic glue, and I will now from up here, and now you see what I mean. This is so stupid, because now you have everywhere, you have this thing, because it's not spraying the right way, but somewhere I have my spray guns. But this is for isopropyl alcohol, IPA. But those are the best ones, because they really make a big cloud, I would say, almost. But I don't have another one. I only have one? What? I should have more from them. So, like this. Don't try this at home. So we will add another layer of this, just to see that it blends a bit better. And I mean, you can always add more or less. This isn't a problem at all. So like this. They say spray scenic cement between layers of turf. Yes. And as you can see, we have more turf. So let's add a little bit of burnt grass up here. So this is just a little bit of fine turf. I'm not sure, but I think landscapists, or I don't know how the correct word is, they say if you want to have a realistically looking model landscape, you should use at least 3 different materials. Because in nature, there is also a variety in colors, unless you're a normal farmer that is doing the monoculture thing, but that's another topic, and we don't need to discuss this here. So we also add a little bit of yellow grass. Ooh, that's pretty yellow. So, and of course, in the end, everything has to dry, and then you will always lose some material, but that's okay. These two, we want the fine turf I won't use, but here we have the medium green coarse turf. That's a little clumpier, so I will try to add this next to the rocks. So maybe I can add this with the finger, so like this. And yes, I will get you closer in a second. I have to say, this is probably my favorite part in building model railroads or dioramas, when everything is getting greener and get some color on it. This is cool. That's the great thing about the hobby, when it all starts to look like an actual landscape. Of course, we have to add a little bit of scenic glue again. So you always work in layers. So like this. Maybe we add some here. Ooh, that's a bit too much. Turn it a bit like this. So I have to add again scenic glue with this stupid glue spray that does not spray really. And that's I think that's not the first time I have this. I have to say, there are not that many good spray guns for this kind of stuff, but there are some. I cannot name the brand of this one I have here, but this one is great. See, this is nice. This is how it should be, not with this big. So, but now we will add some of this medium green clump foliage to do some kind of bushes. And now you see this, those are clumps. Those are clump foliages, they're together. So we can just put them in places. So we can simulate a bushy bush. A bushy bush, you know? You know what a bushy bush is? Those clump foliages, here you see they're all green. There are also many different colors, also from Woodland Scenics, many different colors. And of course we also have to add again some glue here, because otherwise it will fall off. But here I will show you some other techniques, how I do it normally, but maybe not in this big portions like here. And yeah, you can add so many details. And I think there is also a learning kit with details. So maybe that's the next episode. As you can see here, scenery details, learning kit. Maybe that's the next one. Would make sense. I show you the other technique. I have bought some pipettes. You also get them for pretty cheap. And then you take the scenic cement, open it, take the pipette. So now you have the scenic cement in here. Perfect. Then you can just dip it all over, and for that it flows better. Yeah, I forgot that it flows better. You take your IPA, isopropyl alcohol. And now you take your pipette with the scenic cement. It will run really smooth. I hope you can see this on the camera. I will zoom in a bit. And this glue will, in the end, dry clear, crystal clear. So you won't see this glue. It's the last time you see this glue. So you can soak it, that's no problem. And I'm really looking forward to the details, because I also don't know what's inside in there. So we will find out. And what I have to say about these learning kits is you get so much stuff out of it, and that's pretty cool, because as you can see here, this diorama is maybe 30 by 30 centimeters, so it's not that big, but it's okay big to show you. And I only used, yeah, maybe a third of the scenic glue. So the rest is for you to use. So we will put the thing back, we close it back together. So as you can see now, this is the scenic glue you get in the learning kits. This is the scenic cement you can order from Woodland Scenics. So I also have this one. But I also have other stuff for gluing. What's also really great is Liquitex matte medium from Liquitex. It's also really nice. And this dries clear, and afterward it's a bit stretchy. And you can always reactivate it with IPA, I think, yes, with isopropyl alcohol. So if you ballast something and you have to remove a turnout or so, just add matte, and if you used matte medium to glue down the ballast, You can add IPA, wait some minutes, and then you can take out the... And now we have to wait and let everything dry. That's it with episode number 3 with the landscape learning kit from Woodland Scenics. Now you just have to wait and let it dry. You can add more stuff, more maybe stones or maybe some flowers. You can add all kinds of stuff. I can show you some flowers, but they are not from Woodland Scenics. So stuff like this. Come on. Yes, so these are flowers, so-called flowers. I won't say the name, you can see it in the video, because this is all about Woodland Scenics products. So again, thank you for watching. If there are any questions, put it down in the comments. I will read it, I will answer every question. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and see you in the next episode.